free traveling on now, 'cause there's so many places I've got to see. But if I stay here with you, boy, things just couldn't be the same. 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now, and these birds you cannot change. Whoa, and these birds you cannot change. And these birds you cannot change. Lord knows I can't change.
Bye bye, baby, it's my sweet love, yeah, yeah. Know this feeling I can't change. But please don't take me so badly, 'cause the Lord knows I'm to blame.
If I stay here with you, boy, things just couldn't be the same. 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now, and this bird you cannot change. And the bird you cannot change. And this bird you cannot change. Lord knows I can't change. Lord help me, I can't change.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the celebration of life of Dick Langdon's life. Today we'll have Carol Showalter, celebrant, celebrating his life today. So we'll have some readings and some other music being played. And Carol?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Dear family and friends, I welcome you today to this gathering, which has been created as sacred by the spirit of love and friendship. We are here to celebrate the life of Dick Langdon. We open our hearts to commemorate the impact he had on all the lives he touched. Many are privileged to have called him spouse, father, grandparent, uncle, aunt, or friend. I will now speak the Lord's Prayer as requested by the family. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. At this time, I would like to give a shout out to Lois. She could not be here today, but is watching on Facebook Live. Thank you, Mrs. Langdon, for your lovely presence. Now for a song that provides comfort during this time of loss. This song is entitled, On Eagle's Wings. a poem called The Family Tree. A limb has fallen from the family tree. I hear a voice that whispers, "Grieve not for me." Remember the best times, the laughter, the songs, the good I lived while I was strong. Continue my heritage, I'm counting on you. Keep on smiling, the sun will shine through. My mind is at ease, my soul is at rest. Remembering all, how I was truly blessed. Continue traditions, no matter how small. Go on with your lives, don't stare at the wall. I miss you all dearly, so keep up your chin until that fine day we are together again. Richard Langdon arrived in this world on September 1st, 1950. He was the last child born to the parents of Alfred and Luella Langdon. I will refer to him as Dick because that was the name everyone recognizes him by. Let's imagine and process for a minute the events that were happening in the era he was born. These events reflect his early influential years. He was born into the generation of the baby boomers. The baby boomer generation was highly influential to the world's future generations. Excuse me. Baby boomers lived through the Cold War, experienced rock and roll, civil rights, and suburbia. The world looked quite different than it does today. The 1950s were an exciting time to live. The United States was at its strongest military power. The economy was booming with fruits of prosperity, such as new cars, suburban houses, and consumer goods. In 1950, Harry S. Truman was the president. Nuclear bomb testing had just begun in science, and the first patent for a barcode was issued. During this era, most women were married in their 20s. Families ate dinner together, went on outings together, and lived in sociable neighborhoods. The nickname for the 1950s was the golden age of television. Color TV debuted in the 50s. However, most households still had black and white. The most popular shows were I Love Lucy, Dragnet, and The Red Skeleton Show. Families would spend their spare time watching TV, listening to the radio, reading the newspaper, or playing board games. Back in those days, the telephone had a rotary dial. Cell phones did not become available for 23 more years. When using a rotary phone, you would pick up the phone and an operator would say, "Number, please," and "Thank you." Many people were on what was called a party line. That meant one circuit was shared by more than one customer. It also meant that anyone could pick up the line and listen to another's conversation. Fast forward now to the late 60s. Dick graduated from Washington Park High School. He married Lois in 1969. He had a solid work ethic and was employed by Young Radiator and Twin Disc. He worked a lot because he was also helping his father run the trailer business, Al Langdon's Trailer Rental. Working in the family business was his favorite job. In childhood, Lori and Alan remember hanging out there often and playing around. When their children grew up, Dick and Lois's family grew. with welcomed additions of in-laws, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren. Family was his treasure. Dick also enjoyed adventures to Clear Lake for tent camping with the family. Campfire time was a chance to tell stories and have fun. Dick wasn't fond of deep water, but his kids were all able to water ski. Alan remembers a fun family vacation to Niagara Falls when they were kids. Dick owned one house in his life. It was 10 blocks from the family trailer business and 5 blocks to his mother-in-law's house. In later years, he inherited his father's home, which became his secret getaway place. Dick and Lois were members of the Goldwing Riders of America. He rode a Honda Goldwing. Together, they had a passion for motorcycle riding. They traveled throughout the United States. They rode all 120 rustic roads of Wisconsin. In their younger years, they were also on a bowling league at Paradise West Lanes. Dick and Lois always had an enjoyable time when Fish Fry Friday arrived. He liked a variety of food, but he would tell you he was not a steak man. He found liver and onions to be delectable. The Uni's Cafe became a regular event with the same company of friends over and over. He also liked to plan dinner get-togethers with about 10 to 12 people all going out to meet at a restaurant. I suppose he thought the more the merrier. He was also a dedicated deer hunter. He had 0 cooking skills and managed to burn scrambled eggs for the other hunters in his group. The years passed by, and he took care of his wife when she needed him more than ever. Remember, he couldn't cook, so he was putting TV dinners in the oven. Let's thank Lori for her extraordinary caretaking over the last year and a half especially. Laura, Alan, and Russ also stepped up to make sure Dad's needs were met. Family ties and family loves by compassionate measures. Dick enjoyed playing the game Jewels on his tablet, so much so that he would get a stiff neck from playing too long. He had a dry sense of humor and was very stubborn. You had to know him to understand him. He was also proud of his frugality. He did not like to take medication. Even the time he got stitches in his head, he wouldn't take anything but Tylenol. But he would tell you, a shot of blackberry brandy is perfectly good medicine. Picture him for a moment, and remember you would find him comfortable with a Milwaukee's Best in one hand and a cigarette in the other. Near the end, he said if he could wish for one thing, it would be a new body. He wore his out, but enjoyed his life being around others, loving on his family and friends, and creating forever memories. At this time, if anyone would like to come forward and share a message or a memory, you are welcome to come forward. Anyone? Okay. It is time to share in this beautiful classic, Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace,
Now for a last poem, Come to Me. God saw him getting tired, and the cure was not to be. So he put his arms around him and whispered, "Come to me." With tearful eyes, we watched him suffer and saw him slowly fade away. Although we loved him dearly, we could not make him stay. A golden heart stopped beating. Hard-working hands were put to rest. God broke our hearts to prove to us he only takes the best. As we say our final goodbyes today, we are reminded that tomorrow is not promised. That is why today is called the present. In closing today's service, I would like to share this blessing with all who have gathered. There are miles behind you and many more ahead as you journey on toward wholeness. May all that is good and true guide your way. May the joy of love lighten every step, and the miracle of life be ever in your sight. Live boldly and fully true to yourself and all that you hold dear. Go in peace, go in truth, and go in love. You will be dearly missed.
Thank you, Carol. Before I conclude today, I would like to say thank you to all of you for attending here today, supporting the family, supporting each other. I'd also like to thank all of you in the family, allowing Wilson Funeral Home to care for Dick and your family as well. Also want to say to Lois that I'm sorry that you're going through all of this, and that you were unable to be here today. I hope everything was okay for you. In concluding, I guess you're excused at this time. Is there a reception? Oh yeah, okay, so there is a reception at Buckets, second chance, right? Or second time around. Can't get that right anymore. Anyway, please join the family there for a time reception at Buckets. Again, thank you for attending. You're excused at this time. Or just today.
Yeah, but you weren't.
No.
I was there. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. We didn't want to- we didn't eat it. He never had a cookie then.
Well, that's not really what they serve, but I did mention.
forget. Oh, perfect. Don't forget. My mind is spacing. Okay. Thank you. You guys did awesome.